Wow. Okay.
It was like, this mod works great with these, and I was like, oh, okay, let me check it out. And then I briefly had to delete my browser history.
I thought you weren't embarrassed.
About like, yeah, I'm not embarrassed about having like nude females and stuff. I don't think I want my family looking or trying to play Skyrim and realizing there's a literal whorehouse full of shit you can do.
Do
Right
they play on
across
your
the-
computer a lot?
Sometimes, if I'm not using it, I'll let them do whatever they want.
What I hear is, if you're like not online, but I see someone's playing on your computer, I should just randomly say obscenities.
No, like
Okay,
I
so
was, yeah, no, please.
I got a long time ago, before I got my computer, I wanted to play a game with friend. So I typed to him on the PS3,
Mhm.
and I don't remember exactly what it was, but he wasn't answering, so I just assumed he wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
So I started talking about like fucking each other and how because the government's watching, like Obama is reading this and how much I want to fuck him. And my friend types to me, "Please stop! I'm watching a movie with my dad and my brother." And I'm just picturing in like the corner, just these messages popping up.
Oh god, so like I did tell you there was something wrong with my Steam, right? Where if you send me those CS:GO things, it just like does the code for 'em.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
remember.
So like, remember the Super Meat Boy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like, you spamming that today while I was sitting down letting my father play For Honor. He was just what are all of these things? What's semicolon CS:GO C? Are you being hacked? What is this?
I tried doing like a skeleton skull, but it came out really fucked.
And then I logged into my phone and I was like, yeah, just let me reset up in the dining room. Kyler, I think you're being hacked. Yeah, that. So like, if I open my chat, I can see it as the image, but if I don't have the chat up, it just comes up as like whatever the text is.
Happy meat.
Yeah, that.
That's so good. I forgot about that. What's like?
Oh, I have a story like your PS3 one too. You know Alex Rudder?
Yeah.
So, like, before we got out of school, me and him started playing Shiv a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And this one time, I was on it, like, I was on early. So
Yep.
I messaged him, and I was like, hey, Alex, time to get on Shiv. Come on, boyo. Right? And no reply. So I started doing the same thing like you did.
Yeah.
No. And then he comes back with, this is Alex's sister. I don't know where Alex is right now, but... I can get
See, I'm not the only one.
No, you're not.
That makes it better, I think.
And then
The idea that
Alex,
it's like...
you whore. I'm gonna make you deep throat this deep fried dick.
Oh god!
And then this is Alex's sister. I really don't know where Alex is right now, but I can have you message him when he gets home.
Just the way you say it as her. Like there's panic in her voice.
Yeah. And then I just message her back, oh, I'm sorry. Please do that. And that was the end of me messaging him on Steam for a few months.
Why? You just give up?
Oh no, then I just texted him on his phone.
Oh, okay.
And after a few weeks, he was like, "Why don't you ever message me on Steam anymore?" And I had to explain that whole thing to him again. It was great. It was a very interesting period in my life.
uh, welcome to T.O.P.E.N. T.O.P.E.N stands for the only podcast you'll ever need. This is a gaming news podcast. God. But as you just witnessed, we don't always talk about gaming news.
Well, today is something to do with gaming, technically speaking.
Well, we started with, I don't know if I captured it, but we started with Skyrim sex mods. And worked our way into you messaging Alex's sister about fucking.
Right.
So I don't know exactly where that started, but it should be interesting. We talk about video
of the episode.
The first 5 minutes of the episode.
Somewhere in there is me saying you're gonna deep throat this deep fried dick.
And there it is again.
Yep.
Tyler, what have you been up to?
Well, I think I just explained all of it.
Okay.
I'm downloading Rainbow 6's update.
Yeah.
Go see what Legion and all of them look like.
It's pretty exciting.
I'll end up buying them before I buy Mira. Mira was the next on my list, but I don't know. We'll see. What about you, Kevin? What have you been up to?
I played a little bit of the new update. I was correct in my hearing that you now have to scan people to identify them, and I think
That's
you have
annoying.
to scan the objective to identify them. I don't know if when you're out of drone, if looking at them works, or in cam, if looking at them works. But I know with the drone, you gotta hold X. That's a little weird.
Mildly annoying.
For my limited playing with the Legion guy or whatever his name is, his gun has really low recoil, even with no attachments.
Does he have the same gun as his counterpart there, Yin, or whatever?
Yin? I don't think so.
Because if so, it has no damage, but it has a pretty high clip.
Yeah, I think she has a light machine gun. I'm not sure about him. And they both have shotguns.
He also has a shotgun, yeah.
And one of their shotguns is silenced by default. And looks really weird. I think the guy's is.
I believe it's Legions.
And
Rainbow Six Wiki, that sounds like a pretty good place to start.
And there isn't the normal skins that are on every other gun. So I have that purple to black fade skin.
Yeah.
That one isn't usable. So I'm using the shitty all blue one. Most of the skins are just not available. It's weird.
T.O.P.Y.E.N SMG has 30 bullets in the mag, so yeah, I know they have different ones.
That's what I was saying. But if I remember correctly, it had I ran out of points before I upgraded him or whatever. Put attachments on, and his gun had really low recoil. So it felt pretty good. And like everyone else's ability, I'm not very good at using his spike traps. Because I scatter them everywhere around the objective, but the round ends before any of the enemies get to the objective.
I don't know. I think if I'd probably end up just throwing them all in one hallway and trying to herd them over there.
Yeah. I'm not a good herder. And what else have I been doing? Well, I talked to you about my fantasy football starting today.
Mm-hmm.
About 7:30, I have to get off and get ready for that. That's when the draft opens up, and then the draft starts at 8. And it's super exciting.
You sound pretty for it.
Sorry, that's just me hitting my pillow. That's on my stomach. And I felt like I had a third thing to say what I've been doing, but I don't remember what it was. I carried my computer all the way to the basement today. It was heavy. really heavy. But then they
I
brought
would
it up, and
imagine
that
it's
was kind
got
of worse.
some weight to it.
What? Yeah, it's like fucking
Yeah,
50 pounds.
yeah, I would
And I
imagine it's
have
got some weight to it.
I have absolutely no muscle mass. I can
I'm not
flex,
doing
so that's not
anything with
true.
my life, so I'm losing my muscle mass.
I used to not be able to flex, and I don't know if that was because I didn't have like any muscle or I just couldn't get the movement right. That wasn't too long ago either. But now I got these guns. You know what my favorite thing is? Is like grabbing the fat and then pushing it
Underneath.
on top and making people think you have really big biceps. But really you're just like pushing all the fat up there. Ah, yeah. Yeah. What
My
the
my
fuck
my
are we doing?
right arm is bigger than my left
Why?
because I masturbate a lot.
Oh, God. Like, yeah, I don't get stronger muscles. I just got really hairy palms and terrible
Not really.
eyesight.
One arm isn't actually bigger than the other.
Oh, okay then.
It was more
You
like
ready
a spin-off on that '70s show joke thing.
I also did that joke in Family Guy.
Fez,
And
you're
probably a
so
bunch of other
strong,
places.
but your right arm is stronger than your left for some reason. Oh, that's because I'm a sword fighter.
I love that 70s show.
Pretty good show.
I've watched it all the way through, probably like 3 times.
I don't think I've ever
Um,
watched a full season or anything like that. Just kind of like as it's been on.
well,
Anyway,
you're missing out on quality entertainment.
I mean, yeah. Oh, I showed Alfie the whitest you know video.
The one about killing the
This
president?
time, yeah,
Or a
the
different
last
one?
time we went
Okay.
over this last Saturday. It was pretty good. He enjoyed it.
Yeah, they make some quality stuff, or they did when they made
Yeah.
stuff. You ready to
You
get
ever
into the
see
news,
the
Kyler? You fucking...
You ever see the movie they're in? I'm sorry,
No.
hold on. You ever see the movie they're in?
What movie are they in?
Miss March.
I
Movie
feel like I've
about
heard of this.
a guy whose girlfriend in high school becomes a Playboy bunny, but he's in a coma the whole time because he fell down the stairs during a prom party.
It has a rating of 5% on Rotten Tomato.
I don't know what that means.
That's bad. That's out of
Oh,
100.
okay.
It's
Um,
1 out of 5 on Common
I
Sense
mean,
Media.
I think
61% of users on Google like it.
beauty's really in the eye of the
Yes,
beholder
5
here.
out of 10 of IMDb. It's not as bad as there was like a new TV show that just came out that got 0% on Rotten Tomato. Like
God.
10 people reviewed it.
But yeah, that movie. You know the guy that's talking in that video about killing the president.
Yeah.
His name is like Trev something. Um, he's the
Trev
best
Moore.
friend of the guy who's in the coma. Yeah,
Yeah.
and some fucked up shit. Like his girlfriend has epilepsy, so he buys her a stripper pole and like accidentally shines light in her eyes while she's going down on him,
Oh,
and
okay.
he freaks out and stabs her in the forehead with a fork.
What the fuck?
It's a pretty good movie. It's a good movie. Anyway,
Are you done?
on to the news.
Oh wait, I have a million things to talk about though. There's like
Man,
a
that's all right.
tree that my neighbor planted, and it's like starting to grow tiny apples.
Oh, nice.
So in like 20 years, it's gonna be a big apple tree,
Mm,
and then I'm
mm.
gonna steal their apples.
But only if they take care of it. Otherwise, it'll become a crab apple tree.
I'll sneak out there at night and water it and read it lullabies.
Oh man, my mother fucking talks to her plants when she gardens. Sometimes it scares me a little.
You know, it'd be the the perfect heist.
Sure.
going to a store and just like, oh, have you ever seen those pictures where it's like, a couple of them were floating around the internet, where it was like an extra $5 and we'll print out any receipt you want
Yeah.
just to like tell your wife.
We'll
So
tell
what if
your
you're like,
wife what you told her?
what if you get a receipt that says like one medium-sized apple tree and then just steal your neighbor's tree? Steal your neighbor's tree. You have a receipt for it.
I think it means price, not actual items.
You can't lie about the price.
So no.
Well, I don't think you're allowed to like print off a fake receipt anyways.
Like, you sit there and you stereotypical white dad. You go out and you buy yourself a set of white or golf clubs, and comes to like $600, and you go home and you're like, oh honey, I found this really good deal. I only spent $300 on my golf clubs.
I'm just saying.
They print it out for you after they've legally recorded the 600.
I'm just saying the perfect heist is stealing your neighbor's tree.
You got to make sure you keep it in your room though, and make sure it goes correctly.
Yeah, I guess it's not that perfect. You'd have to somehow like blend it. If you own woods, stealing your neighbor's tree, perfect heist. Just go hide in the woods somewhere. So, Kelly, ready to start talking about gaming news?
Steal it and threaten them with bodily harm if they don't give it to you.
What?
And then you can have an apple tree in prison.
What? How are you gonna sneak it in up your ass? Are you gonna get an apple tree into prison?
No, it's fine. You do what Rosa did, a family friend when she emigrated here from like Sicily. She sowed fig seeds into her husband's.
You're gonna sow an apple tree.
sow some apple seeds into your clothes, and you can just start planting apple trees around the prison. And yeah,
I'm sure they like. I don't know. I don't know enough about prison. I don't think there's. It depends on the prison. If there's like fields of grass, then they probably mow it with a lawnmower.
I mean, I'm sure you could find like a crack in the cement to put in.
Oh God, that's no life for an apple tree.
What are you talking about? If dandelions can do it, so can apple trees.
That's not how this works at all. That's not how any of this works.
If oak trees can do it, apple trees can do it.
That's not how any of this works. You know what you do, Kylie? You know what the perfect apple tree heist is?
What?
You buy an orange tree, cut off the branches of the apple tree, and then transplant them onto your orange tree. Like dispersed, so you can't really tell. Because it'll still grow apples. It'll still work. I've read that before. Perfect heist. We found it. We found the perfect apple tree heist.
I mean, I'm all in. I'm all in, buddy. I can bring a pickup to your neighbor's house.
We don't need that. We just need orange tree and then like a pair of snippers because they are very tiny branches.
Right. So scissors and a Mack truck.
A what?
Mack truck.
Okay.
You know, like a 18-wheeler?
Yeah.
A big rig.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. One of those.
I used to have a computer game about Mack trucks.
Was it Truck Simulator?
No. It was like when I was 7.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because, like, Truck Simulator is the biggest one. Right, how much time have we wasted so far?
Like 15 minutes.
Alright. Well, let's look at this first one here, because it looks like it's the worst one.
Excuse me. You're saying, maybe. Well, yeah, it's not a lot of information. It's just a fact.
So, apparently, it says, Face Punch is working on Garry's Mod 2.0.
Yeah, they have a very clever name. It's S ampersand box, which means and, so
Yeah.
it says sandbox. See what they did
Yeah.
there? They're smart
Oh,
people
wait.
over at Face Punch.
Is that... Oh, is that... Oh, okay. I thought it was just literally named Garry's Mod 2.0.
No, they're making it like a spiritual successor.
Gotcha.
Face
I was
Punch
just
is,
gonna...
I mean, they made Garry's Mod and they were making Rust. And now they're at the very early stages of making a Garry's Mod 2.0 called S, or Sandbox, but it's like with an ampersand in the middle. I believe that's how it's pronounced. And using the Unreal 4 engine? What's the UE4 engine? I get Unreal and the other one, Unity, mixed up. I'm going to say that's Unreal. Yeah, it is. So they're using the Unreal 4 engine.
I could have fucking swore I saw their name somewhere else.
Face Punch? I mean, I just listed the 2 games they're known for. And, like, there's one other on their website I've never heard of.
What's it called?
I don't remember. You could just look them up.
I mean, yeah.
Face Punch.
Garry's Mod, Rust, Trouble in Terrorist Town, Face Wound, Snabo, and Chunks.
I think Chunks was the one that was on there. They did something with Steamworks. I think they did something we talked about a while ago. Wise Guys, maybe?
I don't know.
Before Stone Age Simulator.
Oh wait.
Beat, Space
was it that,
Usurper.
Was it that, like, Bird's Eye View heist game?
Projectile. What? Are you talking about the Reservoir Dogs game?
Yeah. Didn't they have something to do with that?
I don't think so, but we can look up the Reservoir Dogs game. I don't know how to spell Reservoir. I'll figure it out.
I got it. Reservoir Dogs game.
Excuse me.
Bloody Days on Steam. I don't suppose it'll tell me who made it.
Yeah, well, on the right.
Okay.
Dun 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 dun. I mean, do you see it?
Lionsgate, Big Star. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, the publishers, Big Star Games, and developers, Big Games, and yeah. No more to talk about than that. You're wrong.
Yeah.
Good day, sir.
Oh man.
Oh, I didn't even know the game was like released. I thought it was still in development. Mostly positive, 93%. So I'm excited to see if Sandbox actually takes off. Because I think Garry's Mod is like the second best game on Steam, or tied for the best.
You know, if it's actually a decent game, I may buy it. Unlike its predecessor.
Garry's Mod's a great game. You're just bitter. What's next? Oh, okay. So, what?
Fucking thumbnail.
Yeah. So there's this
badass orc.
You mean the guy who has like diabetes? And just like puffed up.
Yeah.
He looks like my grandmother's ankle, but all over. Just swollen. Okay, so there was a DLC for Shadow of War that Warner Brothers said that like most of the price would go to excuse me.
Would go to
I don't remember exactly. I think it was the family of an employee who just died. Yeah.
Last week, we reported on Monolith, who died from a brain tumor last year from just 43 years old.
And they said that $3.50 of every $5 purchase would go to the family until September 31st,
Yeah,
2019. More digging, though, has revealed that it only is in some states and excludes countries outside of the United States.
I mean, that's
Which
still pretty cool.
people are calling them out for not really being honest. Well, there's gonna be people out there who like buy the DLC because they know $3.50 is gonna go help people. But they claim that they will not profit. Also, like there's a whole $1.50 of profit in there. So I don't know what they're talking about. Where's that $1.50 going?
Video.
Why are you watching the video? We're talking about.
I'm watching the video attached to the article, and this guy, the one that is voiced by the guy who died to the brain tumor, he plays an orc, and he just runs in with a fucking guitar, but the guitar has a blade on one side and just chops somebody's head off with a fucking guitar. It's amazing. That's great.
It looks more like a loot, if you ask me.
Pretty much the same thing, right?
I don't know. I'll just wait for you to be ready, Kylie. You can do the next one.
Yeah? Alright.
Well, I'm just saying, you're like, you know.
I am adding to the conversation.
I feel like it doesn't matter what I feel like. So, Kyler, tell us about the exciting news. Probably best news I heard all year.
Yeah? Star Wars Empire will get multiplayer back.
Just tell us a bit about that. I'm
apparently
crazy.
The 2006 RTS lost its multiplayer functionality in 2014, which is very interesting.
Other than low graphics, it looks pretty cool.
I don't know. RTSs aren't really my thing.
Yeah, but you don't like good games.
For Honor's a great game.
I didn't say For Honor. It's an okay game.
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege is a great game. Dark Souls are amazing games. Apparently the Star Wars Empire at War Gold Pack is also on Steam. It's on sale for the weekend, apparently.
Yeah. Come on, Kyler. Me and you. Let's get this game. Yeah?
Nah.
Oh, look at that. Look at the... Did you watch the trailer, though?
Nah.
AT-ATs roaming across the land. Tanks shooting each other down. Stormtroopers crossing the river. We can reenact all our favorite battles.
Oh, man.
You're just a killjoy.
Hold on. I'm watching videos.
Videos?
Well, the video.
I really had a quick urge to masturbate. Give me a second.
Quick urge. Kevin, it better be quick. Does my voice help?
I'm talking about you.
Speaking. Oh, okay.
You said I'm gonna watch some quick videos, so that's where my head went.
Oh, you said you had the urge to go masturbate real quick.
That's not what's important.
I don't know, man. Here. I think I'll pass on that.
See, this is what I'm saying, Kyler. I'm not saying you like bad games. I'm saying you don't like good games.
I don't know, man. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah. Sadly, no one thinks you're beautiful.
Oh.
Or me, so we got that together. Together forever. Being super ugly.
Super ugly.
Next thing on our list is something I think is crazy. Absolutely insane. They're called Twitch extensions. Now, like, I haven't heard about this until this article.
What is
but
it?
It's overlays that are connected to the games that people are playing. So to give you an example, oh, I got a burp on.
Oh, this
Excuse me.
This picture right here?
What?
This picture right here looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and there's a video of showing it off. So if someone's like playing PUBG, you can click a button on the stream and you can see their stats. Or if they're playing Hearthstone or a bunch of games for it. There's one for Binding of Isaac. There's a couple for Hearthstone. There's something to link, like you can buy their gear off Amazon directly from the stream. You can do stuff with like music and polls and games directly on the stream. Overlays for Overwatch. League of Legends, I think, has one, so you could see like their stats and their treasure and stuff, or their
Pretty cool.
items. PUBG has one. I don't know if I said that. Destiny has one. Rocket League's gonna have one. And then even simple ones that just show like what music is playing is gonna come with Twitch, so you don't need third party things. I think it's innovation at its finest.
Looks
Mixing
really
up
cool,
the game a little. Providing things that platforms like YouTube don't have. There's a bunny outside.
Nice.
Nibbling on some grass. You stay away from my apple tree.
What if it doesn't? What are you gonna do, Kevin?
I'm gonna grab my broken airsoft sniper and hit it with it. Because I can't shoot
Just throw it at it.
Yeah, I can't shoot it. So that's where we're at. We're getting through this. Next thing on our list, I found really surprising, and that is some Nintendo Switch games are going to require an external memory card to experience all the content.
Seems like Nintendo is really eager to kill itself off there.
Yeah, they just partnered up with SanDisk, who make SD cards. You're also going to need internet connections. So the example this this article gives is that NBA 2K18, NBA 2K18 is going to require internet download and a micro SD card, even if you buy the physical disc. So either they're choosing to not put all the information on the disc. Like, what's with that?
They're like, they're either trying way too fucking hard to dig themselves out of a hole, or they're really trying fucking deep hole. Themselves.
They're digging deeper. They're trying to dig their way out
the wrong way.
They're trying to dig out of the hole by going straight down.
But trying to dig through to the other side of the hole.
Yeah, if you think about what we talked about like a week or two ago, the Final Fantasy game being like 170 gigabytes on computer. They fit that all onto one disc. This isn't the 90s anymore. You don't have to plug in like 15 floppy disks to get through a game. I shouldn't need a micro SD card or an internet download. Now you can play part of the game, select levels. And I don't think... Yeah?
It's like the Wii U. You need an SD card to mod your game or to like save pictures and stuff. But any of the DLC and everything else was already like, hey, you got space. Have some DLC.
Yeah, if you're like downloading stuff. If you're downloading stuff from a store or or DLC, yeah, that can't go on the disc. And actually, no, some companies do put all DLC on the disc, and then you pay to unlock it, which people are annoyed
Yeah,
by. But like, it's either that or it takes up space on your
I don't
computer.
know. I think Microsoft does that too, where they sell consoles with like limited space, and then they sell external hard drives.
But that's different because if you go buy any other game for an Xbox, it's gonna work without downloading it. As far as I'm aware, like
No, I
when
think
I
there is like a setup. I think
like
where like
I have Horizon, which is one of the only PS4 games I own a physical disc of, and I didn't have to download anything. I just
oh
played
yeah,
off
no,
the disc.
it's just like a starting thing, like a startup setup, like how to like when it creates save files for you,
That's true. Save files go on there, but you shouldn't
like
need an SD
Dragon
card for
Age,
that.
Soul Calibur,
Not in this
just
day and
games like
age.
that generally have like startup and save slots. Those take up space, but that's just about it.
Yeah, I mean, like I haven't needed to use one of those since on my Wii. Whenever I bought a game off a store, I put it on a SD card, and then there's like my GameCube that has games on cards, and my PS2, which stores game files on cards. I'm just saying. I'm just.
I don't know, man.
I don't. It
Nintendo
seems
makes
like
me
a really
sad.
weird choice. Maybe they're getting desperate because Nintendo just lost a lawsuit for $10 million
Wow.
to a company called iLife Technologies Inc. Apparently, Nintendo infringed on their copyright of motion sensing accelerometer technology. iLife uses it for sudden infant death syndrome and help for elderly watch or like elderly falls. Um, Nintendo, of course, claims they did nothing wrong, but they are also like have to pay $10 million. They could always appeal, and I'm sure they will try. Apparently, they recently won $9.5 million in a Canadian court. Were those Canadian dollars? Because that would suck. Canadian dollars isn't as good. So maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say, Kyler.
I don't know what to say either.
I'm
And
not
I'm
buying a
just going
Switch.
back. I just
That
keep going back to the whole Nintendo's burying itself here.
that's the straw
All
that
its
broke the camel's back.
lawsuits.
Even
Yeah.
though I own like 4 SD cards, I don't need one.
Speaking of things that are back, Life is Strange Before the Storm episode 2 has a
Yeah,
release date.
I thought some people might be interested in it. I
I mean,
saw
I heard it was a
some.
good.
Yeah, I tried it, but I didn't really like it
It was Jared.
because it's a single player game. Yeah, I know Jared.
Jared enjoyed that game. I think he might be interested in this.
Um, it's coming out like late October, early September, something like that. Maybe the other way around.
All right. So this is like a prequel. This is a this is what happened
October to
before the
November. Yeah, that's why it's called Before the Storm. Get it?
yeah. I mean, I get it now. I just didn't know if there was something like they were planning on releasing something else with big events after this. You know what I mean?
Uh, yeah,
Like
and
this
then
still
like
happens after the first game, but then this is like a kind of like a segue in the third
it's not the
game.
craziest thing you've
Bigger
ever
things.
said.
That's alright.
So October will start in November, and then the other episodes will come out like 2 months later. And I saw some like worrying of DRM online. I don't know enough about DRM. It means you like have to have an internet connectivity to play games, right? Usually.
I don't know.
People were comparing it to like how terrible it was on Sonic Mania, and they were afraid that would be really shitty on this. I don't know. I don't think it's anything to worry about though.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about it would just be me guessing. I think we're out of stuff, Kylie, and I'm out of energy.
I don't think I mind games that require internet connection, but it just makes me less likely to play them is all.
I mean, I always have internet connection.
Yeah, granted, I'm like always connected to the internet. There are games like Mortal Kombat and Skyrim and Dark Souls that when my internet's acting up or we're out somewhere, I can just say, hey, you know what? I think I want to play this. And I can't do that with games like For Honor and Rainbow Six and stuff like that.
But that's also a little different. Those aren't primarily single-player games, like Sonic Mania or Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Or I remember...
I heard Sonic Mania would be good, though.
SimCity got a lot of shit for it.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, I think I've talked about all I had to talk about.
Okay. It's good. I don't know. T.O.P.E.N feels like a weird thing.
Yeah?
Like, even if I feel like it didn't come out very well, I'm not going to re-record it, so I'm kind of just stuck with it. And I'm never happy. I'm never happy with
not
it.
Not like anybody watches it anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah. That's our default for it sucking.
Yeah.
It's like it's a paradox. We've talked about this before. Nobody watches it because it's bad. It's bad because nobody watches it.
Yep.
So we don't have a reason to care.
It's alright.
Yeah. Okay. Time to sign off. Tune in next Thursday. Oh, we never even talked about why it's going out a day late.
Oh. Labor Day. We're hardworking individuals.
Yeah, it was totally that we took a break for Labor Day. Not because I forgot until it was 7 o'clock and my dad reminded me at dinner.
Definitely not because I was consumed by Skyrim mods and things like that.
Yep, definitely not because I was getting ready for fantasy football all day.
Definitely not because I was over Kevin's house fucking him all day.
Yep.
Totally 100% Labor Day.
Yep. Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening.